Welcome to The Weird and the Weary. I'm Jason. With me is Kevin.
Hey, guys.
And Lee.
Welcome to my world.
The world of Merry Christmas. Hey, guys, it's Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like,
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Happy
Tomorrow
holidays,
will be Christmas.
Whatever war you're waging to whatever holiday or whatever saying. Hope it's a good one.
Me too.
Yeah. You guys have any good plans? There's lots of gravy and potatoes in your future, I hope. Yeah.
That was Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know, but there's food on Christmas.
Yeah, it's leftovers from Thanksgiving.
Oh man, that's a long time. Damn.
Freeze it.
Yeah.
Smart. If you freeze it well enough, you're good.
If you freeze it, it will thaw.
Mm-hmm. You just gotta do it proper.
Oh, here you go. Here's some thawed stuffing.
Nice.
You want that shit tasting like fucking last year's fish.
Here's some gravy, and then it tastes like whatever's in the freezer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta do it proper.
I'll probably just order food or something. I'm pretty lazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Chinese is open.
Chinese is open.
Order from Bowling.
All right.
Never had it. Anybody like a Christmas story watcher every year?
Well, I just mentioned Bowling. That was the name of the Chinese place.
Oh, was that the name of it?
Oh, that's right, because the W fell off the bowling sign.
Yeah. Bowling.
Wow.
No,
actually, I think they took it off for that because it was a bowling alley.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bowling.
You know what? I never knew that. That's amazing. That's the first time I've never known that.
Yep, I learned that within the past week. Thanks, Reddit.
Yeah, I saw it on Reddit too.
Subreddit movie details.
Wow. Good stuff.
Pretty good.
Fun. They play it too much, I think, on that one channel.
They have to now. It's replaced like March of the Wooden Soldiers as the quintessential Christmas movie.
Well, some of that
and
shit
they
was
do Christmas
creepy.
Vacation, right?
Do you remember that? I don't know, maybe, but some of that shit was creepy back in like the 80s, 70s, like that old Scrooge from the 80s. Do you remember that?
I forgot. See, you had mentioned that before.
Yeah, there's an old Scrooge movie that was like really fucking creepy, like maybe from the 70s. I forget who starred in it, but I used to see that on every once in a while. So I guess it's good to see, like, Christmas Story 24 hours. I guess you can just wipe your mind.
Better than nightmares.
Right.
So, speaking of nightmares,
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I went out to the movies this past week.
Okay, what'd you go see?
I went and saw Cats.
Oh, you went and saw Cats!
Went and saw Cats.
Whoa. So you saw Cats
Yes.
restoration.
I saw it pre that patch thing that came out.
Okay.
Downloading.
Well,
Update now.
you got a little vacant.
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
It was an experience.
Okay.
I saw it the second day it was out. I was the only person in the movie theater already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Made $6.5 million.
Oh, my.
I think it was in like 3,000 theaters.
Oh, wow.
But there was some. I found some lyrics for parts of it because I guess it was like highly sexualized. It was like hypersexualized.
Yeah. There was a lot of sexual tension between those cats.
So them cats fuck, right? They just get it on?
They alluded to wanting to fuck, but I think they kept it off screen.
Oh, man.
Because there was a couple here. Like I found something. It was like, I am a cat. This is a fact. My whiskers thin, my tail fat. Like the rest of me, I'm as big as the moon. But look at me, ma. Now, ma. I make the other cat swoon.
Ooh,
It's a little racy.
Yeah. I couldn't hear him too well in the beginning, so I'm glad you've got these lyrics.
Well, no. This was taken out. This was taken out. I found
okay.
it. And then here's another one. It was like, tails in the air, derriere. Sniff of the air, shall I dare? I spill my milk, my sweet anticipation. Come with me for sweet relations. I'm like, hey, that's straightforward, right?
Yeah.
Well, like, there's another one, though. There's, hey, look at me. My tail's up in the air wiggling. I have a barbed penis, and when I stick it in you, you'll be screaming.
Oh.
Oh, yes, that's
Because
perfect.
cats have barbed penises.
Yeah,
so,
right.
So you can't go anywhere.
That was in the movie, right? I just read that somewhere.
Yeah. I think that was part of the hubbub with Jason Derulo or whatever.
Is that when you went to the bathroom, probably? To cry? Or
No. I actually spent a lot of time kind of strutting around the theater and laughing about it.
Oh, wow. Oh, you're the only one there.
Yeah.
So you had the freedom.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's...
It was a whole thing.
Only person there.
Yep.
Wow. That's incredible.
Did an usher even come in to see?
No, literally no. I heard someone open a door and then nobody ever came in and just closed again. I was like, done with that.
Wow.
No one's in there yelling and screaming.
Nope. They probably just thought it was an empty theater.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's incredible. I knew this was like a bad film.
Yes, it was. That's easily my worst of the year.
Oh,
What studio? Do you remember?
No, I have no clue.
Either way, it's horrible.
yeah, that's
bad.
I wanted to see that when I was a kid, like when it came out in the theater,
Broadway.
Yeah.
Well, no, I lived in L.A., so I wanted to see it. Like the Pantages was where I was going to be able to see it, but
Well, Terrence Mann was in that, and we know him from Critters.
right, and I never got to go, and now I'm never gonna go.
Yeah, are you guys aware of the plot? That thing was off the fucking rails.
I don't
think
even
the plot's
know.
worth-
I never even looked that up.
What is the plot?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you what I think is happening, because I'm not positive.
Okay.
This cat gets thrown out in a bag.
All right.
All these other cats wake her up, and they start singing songs about being something called a jellicle cat, which is never explained.
Okay.
Uh,
Jellicle cat?
Jellicle. Like
Jellicle.
angelical,
Oh.
but without,
okay.
like, an A-N.
Okay.
And then maybe they're in purgatory or something.
Sounds like it because, the cat got thrown out of a bag,
Yeah.
out of
So it was like thrown in the water, drowned.
Well, it was just, like, thrown in an alley somewhere. And then they all just sing songs about what kind of cats they are. And then they all just want to be reborn if they're chosen by old Deuteronomy.
Okay.
Wow, sounds like they're all dead then.
Yeah, I think so. And then there's one cat that maybe preys upon them for their sins or something. And that's Idris Elba, and he gets naked. So,
And you see his cat penis?
well, he's like wearing fur the whole time, and then at some point he gets naked when Taylor Swift is with him, and
Well, of course.
then I don't really know what's happening.
Okay. Okay.
Oh boy.
Wow.
And then one of the cats gets chosen, and he tries to cling on, and he falls off, and he goes, "Oh,
And that's it?
that's it." She floats off in a hot air balloon, maybe to heaven. Nobody ever says anything about it. The end.
Wow. There's a lot of cocaine going on in the 80s.
Oh man, this movie, 2.6 on IMDb.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Razzie. It's definitely gonna get best Razzie. Worst
Wow.
movie.
it was rough.
Wow. And then
I'm sorry.
now they're retouching it or something and sending it back out.
Yes, yeah. The day after I saw it, they were pushing out that updated version.
Are you going back?
I will not be going back.
Why not? I mean, it's going to be better now.
I don't think I want to even bother to figure out what the difference is.
I understand. It was a popular play, on Broadway for a long time, for 25 years, something like that. Maybe, I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I never saw it, like, as a play, so I was like, I'll see the movie, see what the hubbub's about.
Wow. I'm sorry, Kevin.
Oh, well, we all make mistakes.
Yeah, we do.
At least I didn't make that movie.
No, you have nothing attached to it other than the, how long was it? 2 hours?
Like 2 hours, 20 minutes or something.
that's a long time.
It was hefty.
It's a long time for sexy cats. Wow.
Yeah, there were so many awkward sexual tension-filled pauses, even with Dame Judi Dench.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they just crammed it full of pop icons
Yep.
and just kind of like saturated, here's a bunch of Taylor Swift singing and
No, she only had one song,
Oh, bullshit.
and she just poured catnip all over everybody and made them all horny or something.
Oh, okay. Well, I might go see this movie. I don't
All
know.
right.
Yeah. It's probably playing at like one of those, naughty theaters now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You got to make up their money.
Well, it's same director that did the Les Mis adaptation with Hugh Jackman.
That was fucking awful. Do you remember when
No,
we watched
it
that?
wasn't. No, it wasn't that one.
The one with Hugh Jackman?
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
was,
oh
yeah.
God,
We turned it off when
oh,
he
my
started
God.
singing.
No, the one that was good that I liked was the one with Liam Neeson.
Fucking, yeah, man. That Les Mis
That
with
was-
Hugh
yeah.
Jackman. Like, this girl
Couldn't
I was
finish
dating
it.
at the time, she was like, oh, I really want to see this. Like, I was like, okay, let's watch it. And Lee was with us, and it was like,
No, that was
It
at
started off with
that was
well,
at the place. That was at the place I was staying at.
right, and it started off with the Anne Hathaway, how she got her Oscar sing, and she's only in that one scene. Yeah, that was it. And then she dies, spoilers, and then it goes right to Hugh Jackman singing next, and I'm like, I look at Lee, and I look at the girl, and she's like, "Please just turn it off."
Yeah.
And we did, and I forgot about it until now.
Oh.
Yeah, I did too, actually. That was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
7 years ago.
It was gone. Now we remember.
Oh, good. Well, if you need to blot it out, go see Cats. See Ian McKellen as a
I don't need
furry
to.
licking milk.
I don't need to. It's called Ether.
Oh, perfect.
Well, if I need somewhere to nap,
Yeah.
I guess I can spend the money to go nap in the theater all by myself.
Oh, yeah, you'll get the whole room to yourself.
Yeah.
Wow, you're going to go out your way almost an hour for that? I feel for you.
But, I mean, like all these movies, you just cram full of icons in the media, and it's going to be good.
Sure, yeah. These people are all famous for a reason.
Right. We had a lot of that in the 80s and the 90s, too.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of the whoever, like MTV, like a lot of the VJs then, man, they were like hot shit because that was pretty hot shit.
Oh, sure.
Big hair, loud fucking clothes.
Oh, boom, Pauly Shore.
Rest in peace, music videos.
Fucking balloon pants were in style. What were those called? Remember the
Parachute
yeah,
pants?
parachute pants, man. Like, man, I used to see all that shit all the time. Like when there's a new fashion.
Z Cavariccis.
Crisscross did their backwards shit, and like I'd see fuckers walking to school in their backwards shit, and I'm like, oh man, how do you have a fun time taking a piss, man? Drop your pants all the way down to your floor. You fucking, forget that.
Ass backwards, fool.
We need to squat each
Pants
time.
backwards.
So you can't go around your back.
Yeah, you'd see it at school, you'd see it at the mall, like all the kids who basically look like they just bought clothes and dressed there and left, and they're just like, yeah, I'm wearing my cool, Z Cavaricci.
Give me my cross colors.
But we had like a lot of cool, media stuff, a lot of cyberpunk kind of stuff. If you guys, I don't know if you remember Lee, like
Billy Gibson, baby.
Yep, we had Neuromancer came out. We had Blade Runner. We had
Blade Runner. That was 82.
Yeah, and then of course there's always Philip K. Dick. He wrote a lot of kind of futuristic kind of.
Well, no, his stuff was more schizophrenic.
Well, Valis was kind of like a future kind of thing, but,
and then kind of darkly.
Right, so that whole genre kind of came about, We even had like a Coca-Cola icon that was all futuristic, Max Headroom. He had like this weird little swirly background, and I think you might have seen like a caricature of him in an Eminem video recently.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, he had like the plastic hair,
When he's like, something's wrong, I can feel it.
Yeah, Max Headroom be like, I'm Max Headroom, or Max Headroom, ooh, and he'd like skip around, and
Gotcha.
it looked really cool, futuristic, really
Very
neat
avant-garde.
for the time, and nobody wanted that shit really. Like, it was. Yeah, I mean, I remember like always hearing how annoying people thought those ads were. But they lasted for quite a while because they even had a TV show.
Wow.
Yeah,
87.
Where he came around 84, right?
He was created in 84.
And they had this show with Matt Frewer, who was like a reporter. And he gets into an accident, and somehow his memory gets uploaded into this system. Mm-hmm. This is 87, so we don't really know much about what we would do with the whole consciousness. But apparently it happened, and part of his ego was this Max Headroom, and it was all about how like corporations and media were pretty much controlling the whole world.
They made it illegal to have an off switch.
Yeah. No off switch on your TV.
Some Black Mirror shit.
Government was influenced by the news. Oh, wait, that happens now,
Whoops.
So,
Someone was watching Network on a Coke binge.
Yeah, right. Or we could just turn on the news now and you'll see it happening like all the time, It's kinda...
Pretty much.
So you're saying we need a new Max Headroom?
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe. Somebody needs to get into an accident and get their consciousness uploaded like Google Drive.
Oh, that seems fine.
Yeah, should be enough.
OneDrive. Log in, please.
Yeah, everybody needs OneDrive consciousness storage. You know.
Would you like 100 gigs backup?
Okay, it sounds a bit like the Freakazoid show.
That'd be fucked up.
What if you
don't get all of your data? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, your backup. You didn't pay for a couple of months.
Oh, looks like you lost a couple of years of your memory.
You've lost 20 years.
What part? Like when I was like 12 to 22? That's fine.
But I'm only 5 now.
We prorated you. You will forget everything as you go.
You'll have the adult memory, but you'll be a baby in your head.
They even had like a weird one where they had like a commercial that make people explode. You know, it was kind of weird shit like that. Really techie, nerdy kind of Max Headroom weird shit, you know. And you wouldn't see Max Headroom very much. Did you watch it, Lee?
It was on. I remember it was on ABC.
Yeah,
and I not enough of it to really care, or maybe I just forgot. I don't know. I don't remember my aunt really digging that because I was staying up with my aunt and grandma during the week at the school because it was around the corner during school week.
Right.
But watch a little of it and she'd change it, watch something else, wrestling.
Yeah. See, not everybody liked that cyberpunk shit, you know? Like,
right.
It was just kind of like Blade Runner wasn't a hit.
Right.
It's
until
a cult classic.
Later, right. Yeah. I mean, there's like 7 versions of it now. So, people kind of just left it to die or, bargain binned it. Or
yeah, whatever. Who cares about the future?
But on January 22nd, 1987, around 9 p.m., there was a really strange occurrence during the evening news on WGN TV Chicago. And during the sports segment, the signal got interrupted. And on the screen was this guy wearing this big Max Headroom mask. And he even had like a board behind him that was kind of spinning, make it look like he was, had the weird designs and patterns behind it,
Like he's in the machine.
Right.
Nice.
And, he's like kind of bobbing his head around and waving his hands around. And it was about 28 seconds the intrusion lasted, but there's no audio. Mm-hmm. And when the feed got restored, the sports anchor was looking really confused. And he's like, if you don't know what happened, neither do I, or something like that. It's just like, oh boy, because they could see it on their return feed,
right?
So they could see everything that's happening as well, and I mean, weird. That's fucked up. But later that night, there was another intrusion that lasted about 90 seconds during a broadcast of Doctor Who, and it was on the local PBS affiliate. Mm-hmm. And it was about 90 seconds, and they started referencing that WGN sportscaster Chuck Swirsky. They called him a frickin' liberal. And they held up a can of Pepsi while saying "Catch the Wave," which was a slogan for an ad campaign featuring Max Headroom.
And that was with Coke.
With Coke, right. And he held up his middle finger, and it was a dildo on his middle finger, not his actual middle finger.
Jeez.
I mean, Max Headroom kind of did shit like that, but you couldn't see it because you couldn't see below his waist on the TV show.
Right.
It was just
like, I'm hanging my dick out, Beep boop, beep boop, And then
Mom, these are the opposites going in your baby top.
Look, Mom, why is he holding his dick out and you can't see it? She's like, go to bed.
So this guy just took it to the max.
He took it to the max.
Nice.
Headroom, small headroom.
He worked what he had.
He worked with, yeah, it's not the size. It's what you have, right? And then he started singing "Your Love Is Fading," humming the theme song to a 1959 TV series, Clutch Cargo, which is like a cartoon, and saying I still see the X, a reference to the last episode of that show. And he said he had a giant masterpiece for all the greatest world newspaper nerds. And WGN's call signs stand for World's Greatest Newspaper.
Oh.
So he then exposed his buttocks and said, "They're coming to get me." And now, mind you, his voice was altered, and there's like a tone behind it, like a. And his voice is like, you know, and he's like, "You're coming to get me." They're coming to get me. And the camera moves over, and you see his bare ass, and you see a female figure just on the side. You can't see her face, so you know it's a woman, and she's spanking his ass with a fly swatter. And after a few moments of static, viewers got back to watching Doctor Who.
It's a weird fucking episode.
And engineers, they weren't able to stop this intrusion because their broadcast antennas were on top of the Sears Tower, and there's no one there to just climb up the towers, you know, and switch it off, I guess.
Get up there, Johnny.
Get up there. Cut the lines, you know.
Just like the future they're predicting.
Right?
No off switch.
No off switches. And then slap your buttocks with fly swatters on TV. That's the future.
That's the extended cut.
So like, my mom told me about this, like, you know, in the morning, like when she read about it or something, you know, or saw it on the news.
Right.
And it just intrigued me. I thought that was like the coolest fucking thing, man. Like, yeah, they broke into the TV station.
Hack the planet.
Hack the... And then, you know, I started selling, like, you know, the phone chinger things, you know, to hippies. And,
nice.
You know, it's just... No, I never did that.
No, I believed you. God damn it.
I did see hippies use them at, like, you know, concerts.
Mm-hmm.
You just, you know, bleep, 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 and it makes, like, a quarter tone.
Yeah.
Or, I'm that's not the right noise. But
that's fine. I believed you.
Something like that.
I've never used a payphone. I believe you.
Oh, that's right. You've never used a payphone. Amazing. They're gross.
Yeah, it seems like they would be. Now, you know, to interrupt a TV broadcast in 1987, I mean, there's a lot of factors involved where somebody like us in 1987, we couldn't get the equipment to do this. We couldn't. Right.
Hell's no.
And a lot of people don't even know how to really operate anything like that, you know, without like killing a bunch of birds or them, you know, giving everybody cancer in a close proximity.
You couldn't just Google it? Come on, guys.
No Googles yet, and the encyclopedias are no help.
Busting out the World Book.
Now, you know, it was assumed immediately that the culprit was disgruntled employee, and you know the reporting. They're saying like the FCC fines are up to $100,000 and a year in prison or both, which, you know, that sucks for a little getting your ass slapped on TV. I mean, they should be paying him, I think.
I've already been punished.
Okay, do I get to do this in prison too? Whee!
Catch the wave.
But, I mean, this is really like the first cyberpunk crime that happened, you know? Like, they intercepted the airwaves. They overtook a broadcast twice, you know? And it was cool. They used the icon of, like, cybercrime, you know, Max Headroom.
Yeah.
Or, well, I mean, I don't know if he was... See, that's the thing. I don't really remember the show that well. I don't know if Max Headroom was like, I'm going to save the day, bleep, 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 you know, whatever the fuck he does. I don't remember if he did or not.
I think someone had a video camera. Didn't someone go around with a video camera and had to interact or something? I don't fucking know.
What, the Max Headroom thing?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It's just, like I said, it's like great. It's like Greatest American Hero. I don't remember any of those episodes.
Look, after looking up Alf for the Jerry Stahl story a while back, like that was just too much info of like how Alf was done, and I didn't really care to ever learn about any of that shit again. Yeah.
Mistakes were made.
They were made, yeah, you know. I learned some horrible stuff about Alf, like Fusco, you know, shouting the N-word in between takes, you know. I didn't need to know that about Alf, but now everybody should know that about.
I can't go back.
David Fusco, so, or was that his name?
I hope they don't have any issues with Out of This World.
Out of This World?
Wasn't that Out of This World?
The TV show with the girl who do like touch her fingers?
Stop time.
Wow. That's going back a ways. I didn't think anybody else knew about that show. That show was on at like 3 in the afternoon.
Here's another one for Saturdays only. Came on at like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. I think it was 5 o'clock. I give you one hint. Nanny. A little nanny.
Little Women.
Give me a break.
No.
Kit Kats.
Kit Kats.
Robot
Nanny. Oh, Small Wonder.
Yeah.
That was on Saturday. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It used to come on Saturdays.
Wow.
It was after Kung Fu Theater, and then whatchamacallit would come on. What the fuck was that show? What's Happening? And then they would do What's Happening Now.
What's Happening? Great show. That was a great show.
Mama. Yeah, baby. I can't breathe. What?
Oh, I thought you were going.
No, that's how it went. Raj, his mama, she was a big, rotund woman. Mm-hmm. And, like, she would, be all upset with him. And then later, I love you, Roger. She'd be, squeezing him.
Oh,
Mama,
I can't breathe.
Yes, baby. I can't breathe.
Raj and Rerun.
He had a sister named Dee. She was a little bitch. Snitch.
And now she's in Always Sunny. She's the bird.
Snitch.
All right, it's all coming together.
Now, I mean, this was investigated, this whole thing, and it really there was no leads other than, they knew it wasn't really an outside job, that's what they felt. But in 2010, a Reddit user going by the name of B Pogue, BPOAG, he stated that he might actually know the person or persons involved in this incident. And he posted a lengthy topic in an AMA, and he spoke about his youth, like learning about hacking and phone freaking with these guys.
Captain Crunch Whistle.
Yeah, he's about 13, in 87. So, it was just beginning. Yeah, Kevin Mitnick and all that, So, yeah, he said he knew these two guys. They're really nice. They're smart. One was living in his parents' basement. He called them J and K for anonymity's sake. K was a quiet guy. He lived with his girlfriend, and he took care of his older brother, Jay.
Wait a minute. It was you two, Jason and Kevin.
Shut up.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, we're not talking fifth. The fifth. And according to B Pogue, Jay, what he wrote is that he had just exhibited autistic behavior to which most people thought he was crazy because he wouldn't look at you. His delivery for jokes were a little rigid, and they're very sexual in nature, But to B Pogue, they're kind of funny, because he's 13,
Yeah, impressionable,
right? To most people, they'd be kind of awkward and not really well received, But he mentions the two brothers were throwing a party, and he got invited to it. And he was told that something big was about to go down, and they told B Pogue to watch the Channel 11 WGN that night. And he goes on to explain that Jay's mannerisms and the sexual humor were eerily similar to that Max Headroom incident. And the song he was singing was a cartoon that was on at the time that Jay would have been a youth in the 50s. So the
Clutch Cargo,
using a dildo and as a middle finger, all that shit. And just like the way he spoke, he said it was kind of the same as this guy Jay. But in 2015, he posted a follow-up on the Unsolved Mysteries subreddit and stated that J and K are definitely not the masterminds. Vice picked up this Reddit user's story, and they wrote an article. They left it vague at the end because it is. Nobody knows really who it was. But Vice interviewed Rick Klein, curator of the Museum of Classic Chicago Television, and B Pogue met with Rick and some other technicians that worked at WGN, WTTW, and WBBM, the PBS affiliates. they had detailed knowledge of the gear they use at these studios and the towers, and they said it definitely wasn't an outside job, and like you said earlier, it was hard for a consumer to get that kind of that gear. Radio Shack was never ever that advanced.
Damn it.
But then again, people can make stuff.
True, this is true.
They can take all the components there and make whatever they need to make. They're smart and determined enough. But.
This is true. I mean, the A-Team did it every week. Every single week.
That's why they're the best.
That's right. And the plan always comes together.
Pay the fool.
I just love it.
But with this info, I mean, it kind of exonerated the two because, to the best of B-Pogue's knowledge, these two weren't really capable of, getting this gear. And he didn't, he's only 13, so I don't know how much of the inner workings. They were teaching him how to, freak the phone system and do little, hacking and shit. So,
but that's just computer stuff. Phone stuffs.
And, Max Headroom's the incident's unsolved, but we have other incidents of television hijacking throughout the years.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and you taking over the fucking remote. They ain't hijacking.
Look, man, sometimes I just don't want to watch that shit with your goddamn Martha Stewart cooking shows. I know the end result is good.
Only like Pepin.
Because you make Jacques Pepin.
I like just Pepin.
Cooking made easy with Jacques Pepin. Let's boil it in the cold water. I've watched a lot of that shit.
That sounded like the chef from Nailed It.
I think that was Jacques Pepin.
Was it?
I think that was.
No, not on Nailed It.
Is that a cartoon?
No, it's a show. It's an updated show.
Oh.
It's on Netflix now.
Put it in the cold water.
Okay,
He's a chocolatier.
Oh, so you
He only
dip
does the chocolates.
hot chocolate in the cold water, and then you smear it all over your boss.
Ooh.
Wait a minute. My boss? My supervisor?
Your boss. Your balls. You don't speak French, I guess, but
Trying to get that promotion.
Come here, boss. Got chocolate for you.
now while it doesn't fall in line with what we're talking about, September 19th, 1987, a man named Gary Stolman, he actually hijacked a studio with a gun, and he took anchor David Horowitz hostage, who was on the air at the time. Doing a segment on mail tax. It's funny because I remember David Horowitz when I was a kid. He had a show called Fight Back, where he would investigate rip-off scams and companies that suck ass.
Yeah.
And
Suck ass and huff farts.
well, there's local news where we are. There's a guy who does that with his rip-off report.
Yeah.
So it's a similar thing.
See where your money's going.
It's your money.
And they gave David Horowitz a whole half-hour show on this, so it's pretty cool. They took him hostage. He had Horowitz read a statement, and Stolman was unaware that he'd been taken off air as soon as he walked in with the gun.
Right.
Yeah, they
Killed the feed immediately.
Yeah, and they had the little peacock running around circles and technical difficulty.
Help!
The 80s were a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
A lot of cocaine.
What if it's just a live feed of a peacock running around?
They were still recording, though, and it's heard off camera somebody saying, "Hey, isn't that a BB gun?" And that led Stolman to put the gun down. He surrendered.
Look at that orange cap on it.
No, there's no orange cap.
Oh, back in the day?
Back in the day, because Horowitz went on to do a campaign to stop the production of lookalike guns. Because there's been a lot of incidents of kids getting shot, too, especially in Los Angeles, man.
Ah.
I remember a kid not too far, man, not maybe fucking 4 miles away. He had one of those photon, the fucking laser tag fucking guns.
Yeah.
The thing was big, looked like a fucking huge Desert Eagle, and when you fired it, it flashed. It was a fucking, light gun.
Yep.
Some kid fucking was running from the cops because he was young, he's stupid.
Sure.
Fired it off. It made a flash. They fucking blew him away, man.
What?
Blew his ass away. Yeah,
the
he was
photon?
fucking 9 years old.
The photon guns were attached.
and I heard about other ones growing up too. The kids like cap guns, man. Some of those look like a fucking 6-piece or a 6-shooter rather. Now, going back to these intrusions for the TV, though, we've had a lot of false EBS, Emergency Broadcast System, alerts recently. Some that are like more fictitious than others. February 11th, 2013, KRTV in Great Falls, Missouri had their EBS system hijacked. An alert that stated that the dead were rising from their graves and coming to eat y'all. And then later that evening, Marquette, Michigan, and in La Crosse, Wisconsin, they had the same kind of attack. And then another attack that was similar, but it stated that zombie invasions were on the way, aired about like 4 other networks. And then eventually, after an attack at KENW at Portales, New Mexico, a hacker was apprehended and charged for all the other incidents as well. So it was just one dude.
You don't think he was just trying to spread the information?
Right.
Could be a cover-up.
Right.
Zombies coming.
He saw that piece about the guy eating the other guy's face.
Oh, in Florida?
Oh, that was back in like the bath salts times, right?
Right. So...
he's like, oh shit, it's happening. I gotta let people know.
That's crazy. I don't know, man. I mean, just like... I guess, the thrill of seeing your work, get a little rise.
Sure, yeah.
I remember seeing that on the news, for a minute, like, oh, haha, there's zombies coming.
Right, just like when people are hacking those, the DOT signs on the side of the road.
Oh my god, yeah, those are great, man. Some of those I've seen, like the still images on whatever.
Yeah. So now, putting out these broadcasts, that's the same thing, next level.
Right. But it gets a little more dangerous, man, because we had one on January 3rd, 2018, where an EAS broadcast in Hawaii alerted that they're just about to be annihilated. That, missiles from North Korea were coming, and the World War III is about to happen. And, this is during the time of, like, North Korea boasting their might, doing missile tests, shooting missiles over Japanese airspace.
All right, I remember this happening.
And Trump, like, little rocket man, I believe he called him. It's our president. This is a guy who fucking just said the other day he doesn't understand wind, but he understands windmills better than anyone. He studied them better than anyone.
Yeah, smartest man that you'll ever meet. He knows so.
So you don't need to know about wind, just the windmills.
He's got the highest IQ of anyone you've ever talked to. He said so.
He brought Merry Christmas back.
Oh, I saw that in like a commercial or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Hulu. God. So the alert, there was 2 of these, man, and people were taking these very seriously, of course.
Well, yeah, after the first one at least.
And the first one was at 8:10 in the morning, and the second one 8:45. And they read, ballistic missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. And then this, like, so if you were on the alert system, if you, because at this point you had to subscribe. You weren't, like, mandated now, like, where you get the presidential alerts, we get those tests a little while ago. And then they were tweeting this. The broadcast system was tweeting this as well. So people are fucking freaking out because there's a 38-minute communication gap between the 2 broadcasts that say it's happening.
Right.
What the fuck? Like, people are losing their minds, of course. I mean, schools are getting evacuated. Hospitals are getting evacuated or, seeking shelter. People are calling local departments of state and civil management to see what the hell's going on. Phone lines are going down. There's a lot of time.
Yeah,
that's a lot of time.
That's enough time to get some riots going.
Oh my god!
Wasn't there a true account of someone who had gotten a false alarm or a false positive that there was a Russian strike occurring? I think it was in the 80s. Wasn't there something about, like, it was a guy he was working in Pentagon or something, defense, and he got that, and he was just like, something wasn't right about that. When I think of a movie.
I think there was a guy on a Russian submarine that got like a notification that the U.S. had launched missiles or something.
And it was computer error. It was
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. And he was like,
It came down to him. He was supposed to like fire retaliation missiles back in the Cold War or something. But he was like, nah, it doesn't seem right. And he refused to do it. And they found out it was just a computer error.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah,
I think I heard
that
about
sounds
that
like
the
a
other
plot
day.
line for a movie, too. Oh, it's weird.
Red October.
Do not shoot.
Blue October.
Blue November.
1 October, 2
November,
October.
that's what I was thinking of. What's that?
1 October, 2 October, Red October, Blue October.
Ooh.
Dr. Schutz.
Dr. Shoots. Dr. Shoots and blows you up.
Comrade shoots.
Now, later that afternoon, Commander Bruce E. Oliveira, he was in charge of the internal investigating of the events that resulted resulted in that false alert being sent out. In his report published January 30th, Oliveira faulted insufficient management, controls, poor computer software design, and human factors.
Oh, so lack of policy, poor software patching, and social engineering. Great.
Yeah.
We set our password to password.
Right, and the password...
Admin NIMDA.
Because we have a lot of people using the same terminal, so we just keep the password easy for remote access.
We just leave it on autocomplete.
Right, and then we just, yeah. It's fine. It's fine. We have security. We have clearances for a reason.
Just look at the really worn letters. That's the password.
Oh, man. Probably.
QWERTY UIOP.
Now, the same error happened in Japan on the 16th of January. It alerted 300,000 followers of the NHK Disaster Prevention Service because, North Korea's firing fucking missiles over their nation all the time. So, of course. This was clarified within 5 minutes, though. So, it didn't have enough time to really seep in like it did in Hawaii. But still, everybody's still on edge. It's fucking 12 days later.
Sure.
Or, 13 days later. That might be an unlucky number for North Korea. I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Sounds like you might know something about it.
But then on September 18th, 2019, emergency sirens went off in Oahu. And that was due to an accident during some police training. Okay. And residents panicked, and Hawaii's EMS tweeted out an all clear really quickly, though. So it sounds like, there needs to be some, civil cleaning in these departments. It sounds like maybe they caught up a little bit, but that's a horrible one. That's a horrible mistake.
Yeah.
To...
People probably got up to some wild shit in 38 minutes.
Sure, man. Lots of the end is nigh stuff.
Yeah. There's probably a bunch of kids that were conceived then.
It's like, oh man, what do we name him? I don't know. Nukey Steve.
I don't know. We just worked in the office together. I didn't even know who you were.
Right. Yeah, I don't have any responsibility. I thought I was gonna die. Not even my type. I think you could say that now, right?
Yep. I could do better.
Now, let's not forget the varied instances of pornographic intrusions that have happened over the years. Because,
Fight Club style.
Pretty much, man. Like May 1st, 2007, a Comcast head end, they replaced the Disney Channel's program Handy Manny with hardcore porn and for viewers in Lincroft, New Jersey.
Ooh.
Yeah,
this is a new episode of Handy Manny.
I saw a video, somebody, had caught it, man. It was some fucking, straight up, some fucking penetration going on, man.
So it was more than just a handy for Manny.
Oh, yeah, no. Handy Manny was, out there in the corner, Handy Mannying.
Ooh.
Corner pocket right.
His talking tools are like, hey, whoa! Need a handy there? I don't know.
Oh, Manny.
Now, Comcast, they stated it was conducting an investigation into the event's cause, but they didn't announce any findings to the public because they don't have to, and they don't care. And on February 1st, 2009, at another Comcast head in Tucson, Arizona, replaced NBC's affiliate KVOA signal with graphic footage from a pornographic video, Wild Cherries 5.
Ooh.
One of my favorites. No,
Yeah, that's a classic.
No, 4.
Oh.
4 is my favorite one. Because that's the one that has the wildest cherry.
Gotcha. You're into the classics.
Yeah.
But 12 is the prequel.
What?
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know they're up to a 12.
Yep.
Shit. Yeah, it was in portions of Arizona for about 10 seconds.
So many kids' asses got whooped that night for no reason.
It interrupted Super Bowl 43 between the Arizona Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Steelers during the fourth quarter. So Comcast, they claimed, because they finally, needed to talk about it because it seems to be
It just keeps happening.
Yeah, like whoops, and then Super Bowl can't really come on. Yeah, they claimed our initial investigation suggests this was an isolated malicious act, and we're conducting a thorough investigation to determine who's behind this. And then KVOA also announced it'll be investigating the incident as well. 2 years later, February 4th, 2011. Former Cox Cable employee Frank Tenori Gonzalez was arrested by the FBI and local police in relation to the case. So that's just a weird way to get back, at someone, at a corporation. Just like, I'm gonna show people fucking. Here you go.
There it is.
I think they were trying to get the station fined.
Yeah.
In a stupid way because they're not really liable because it's a criminal act.
Well, what's going to happen now? What they're going to start doing? They start showing segments of cats.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you're going to have to deal with it. So.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that.
Right. Like Kevin did for 2.5 hours.
It was 2.5 hours?
2:20.
2:20, somewhere around there.
You actually stayed for the whole thing?
Yeah.
Stay for credits?
No, I left when the credits started. I didn't think there would be a scene. And honestly, at that point, I didn't care if there was. I was like, I've technically finished the movie. I'm going to go.
I think it was a preview of the remaster.
Well, I guess the original play is based off of T.S. Eliot's poems.
Yeah.
I forgot what was it, like Sugar Puss Alley or some. I don't know.
I got no clue.
But, oh, yeah. I can't remember either. Yeah, I don't know,
Sugar
man.
Plum Dandies.
Sugar Plum Dandy Cat with a fluffy tail.
Wow.
Take that, ploof, ploof. Take it.
And finally, April 20th.
Ooh, that's the funny one.
That's the funny one. 2012, 3 minutes of gay porn was broadcast during a morning news show on CHCHDT in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada.
Not like there's anything wrong with that.
No, not at all.
Not during these times.
This is for Shaw Cable viewers. Sorry, guys.
I knew I shouldn't have switched providers.
Now, unlike Comcast, and I'm sorry, I wrote Cox. I think Frank Gonzalez was a former Comcast employee. And figured, but instead of going into investigation, not really talking about it, they Shaw said that the night before cables were spliced, and while it was being fixed in the morning, some adult programming got spliced into the mix somehow.
Whoops.
Let me share my prize collection.
Oh,
that's a rare one.
Spliced.
But it's we see how media is pretty much a heavier influence than ever these days. Oh, sorry.
There was also another instance within the last month or so over in Michigan. I don't know if you guys saw it, but those digital billboards. 2 guys broke into like a little shack that housed the computer at the base of it, and they switched it over so everyone on the highway had to watch porn that morning.
Nice.
Pretty good.
That's good stuff.
They got arrested because, they They got them on camera doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Worth it, probably.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. I
So
mean,
they
yeah.
ran for 15 and 20 minutes before they figured out how to take it down.
Oh, shit.
But there's the other one, that little girl. Someone went into the nannies, their video camera system, to look after her kids and stuff.
Yep.
Was on there, hacked. It was just like, hi, I'm Santa. Come
Oh,
over.
yeah, I saw
The
those.
little girl was freaked out, man.
Yeah, that was going on for a little bit before with those, like, Nest cameras and shit, too. I've seen a bunch of videos, man. And, like, but, you could still look for, like, open camera IPs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's
public
things always
IPs,
crawling them.
Yep. And it's creepy. It's fucking weird, man.
Yep.
And that's the techno world that they were talking about back then. Media has a bigger influence than ever before. I mean, shit, man. We see people's point of views just turn from like some Facebook post or a tweet, and you can just...
Now with Internet of Things, man, someone could hack your fridge, lock you out your house.
If they hack that would suck. They hacked the fridge. Man.
Yeah.
All my food is spoiled.
Fuck that shit, man. Or they, you know what? They put fucking porn on your fridge, man. Like, look, I'm just trying to make a sandwich.
Come on,
I wouldn't be
man.
that mad about it.
I guess, but
Depends on what kind it was.
That's true.
if it's like Japanese porn, that's not for me because the women always sound like they're crying. Wow. He watches a lot.
Yeah, wow, that was amazing. Do you do voice work? Do you dubbing?
He does high-speed dubbing with his tape cassette player. That was the best shit. For me, that was like the coolest technology. Like, holy shit, I could borrow your tapes and then high-speed dub, and it will take 10 minutes instead of like the whole album. Nice.
Or you used to fuck around and you hold the pause down and you don't push it all the way so it slows down. So it's like... Now it's good up.
Yep. Cassette hacks. We were just dumb kids.
How you doing?
Stop doing that to my tape head! You know, that's what I would get. Stop fucking my tape head up!
You gonna snap my tape, fool?
Yep. That's what it was.
Sounds like I really missed out on a lot of good stuff.
Not 8 tracks.
I had an 8-track toy. I had that 2XL. An 8-track toy. And it was like little trivia games and shit. Because it was an 8-track, so you know, your button press combinations made your answers. And I thought that was the coolest shit. Yeah, it was cool shit. It was just a little fucking box that looked like a robot. And it had a condenser mic that was attached to a diode that lit up, so the eyes lit up. And it was just like this, you know, 8-track of a guy. I'm 2XL, and let's travel in time and meet Ben Franklin, and you know, let's do some trivia about Ben Franklin. And you'd hit like
So it's like Teddy Ruxpin.
Almost.
Tell you stories.
almost, but it was interactive for the time.
Right.
You know, it broke that barrier for such archaic equipment. It did.
Yeah.
You know, even though it was repetitive as shit, but being a small kid, you don't really care. You kind of forget.
Right.
You know, it's like Pokemon. Like you forget that they keep adding dumb Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like gear Pokemon and
Bad driver Pokemon.
Candle Pokemon. There's one that's like a bronze plate.
sleepy guy at the office Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
His tie is never right.
Coke Mirror Pokemon.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Super effective.
Just reflected the sun. Blinded people. That's
Super
it.
reflective.
We had a lot of warnings about this shit throughout the years, though.
Technology.
Technology, you know, like you said earlier, Black Mirror. That's a pretty good one to, you know, a lot of it's extreme, but, yeah, you know, you don't want to start throwing robot bees out with an AI, right? Elon Musk said no AI. It means happy in Chinese.
AI?
Yeah. I don't know. I just saw it in that dumb Rick and Morty episode.
Oh, I believed you again. God
No, it
damn
does mean it. It does mean
okay.
it. It's right. Yeah. But I'm just saying, man. I want some more TV hacking. That's what I want. I want more porn to just interrupt my broadcast. That'd be great.
Again, emphasis on depends on what kind.
I mean, the time I was watching the Today Show and I saw the woman flash her boobs,
Ooh.
I was like, finally, I fucking saw something on
It's
TV.
happening.
It's happening. And I remember they even went back to, like, you know, Matt Lauer, you know, good piece of shit he was. He was just like, whoa, I'm Matt Lauer. I shouldn't look at boobs. You know, while he's like harassing all the women behind the scenes.
I'll just look at the playback later.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He knew what was going on.
With Ann Curry, I'll you know, torture another one, you know.
It's like saving a winning lottery ticket. Don't scratch off what it is yet.
Fuck you, Matt Lauer. Fuck your spray on hair. Fuck you, Matt Lauer. But yeah, no, you know, it'd be cool if we got like another TV hack. Maybe Max Headroom return.
I'm sorry, I could just totally imagine him hearing that and him saying, "Fuck you, Jason." No, fuck you.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Do you think spray hair is not expensive?
Say that to my face.
I had a career.
I'm Matt Lauer. I've got this fucking spray on power.
Women just not taking my advances seriously got me fired. Fuck you, Matt Lauer. Fuck you. I can see your face in I can see my face in your head.
You have to remove the L now. Just call him Mauer.
Mauer.
Just Mauer.
Mauer.
From now he doesn't respect the space. Mauer.
Tat Mauer.
Matt Lauer. Mauer.
Malware.
Malware.
Mauer.
Malware. Ransomware.
Big
Fun
dog.
stuff.
Big dog's gonna eat that ass. Mauer.
Big dog's coming for you, Matt Lauer.
Gonna watch Cats with you right before too.
Ooh.
Oh,
so
shit.
much sexual tension.
I'm gonna eat it right before when you least expect it.
Just wait till Grisabella's on the screen, then
Mauer. You know, Mau on that ass.
Be good to yourselves. Be good to everyone. Don't take anyone to cats if you love them. Right?
yeah, I
Pretty
think that's
safe to
it.
say.
I went by myself. That's a fair thing.
So you don't love yourself.
Bingo.
I see.
The only way to do that is if you're going to break up with that person.
So you broke up with yourself.
Break up with the person in the theater.
Although
You say, I can't stand this shit. I can't stand you. You just leave.
it's time to go.
But I roll with you. Tough luck. Here's some change, bitch.
Hit the road. I did see someone, reviewer, claim to have watched it twice.
Okay.
They said the second time they watched it after eating a bunch of marijuana cookies.
Ah.
They said it vastly improved the performance.
Of course. Of course.
Of
Yeah.
his ability to sleep through the movie.
No, he was just watching it and he was like, these cats are fucking weird, but it's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's hallucinated sleeping with Taylor Swift cat.
Ooh.
I mean, everything's pretty good on, like 100 milligrams, right?
Sure, yeah,
It's
just makes things better.
Always sunny. Always sunny.
Yeah, that would make any movie quite good.
Yeah.
Quite good.
You think they would do that for Rise?
We're not going to get into that right now. We especially can't because Kevin hasn't seen it yet.
I still got to see you guys. I'm
Right.
sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Not
I made my choice.
my critique is my critique. It's not even about who. Stopping.
Okay.
Stopping. All right.
Slow your roll, homeboy. I got you.
Catch us online, www.weirdandweary.com. If you have anything you want to talk about or any comments or anything, info@weirdandweary.com. Jason Kevin Lee @weirdandweary.com. And, send us a line. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, send us, cool stuff. Don't send us spoilers.
Yeah, no Rise of Skywalker spoilers to Kevin.
No naked pictures.
I'll take them.
Take the naked pictures. If you want to hijack Kevin's email with porn, I don't know. You guys can talk about it.
It shouldn't be that hard.
We have some storage space. We got,
Oh, good. Yeah, all right.
porn. Yeah.
I got that cloud space, y'all.
Ooh-wee.
And I'm gonna watch that guy getting his ass slapped before I go to bed tonight again at Max Headroom.
Yeah, I
With
haven't
the fly swatter.
actually seen it.
Oh, that's right. We didn't show it to you.
I
No.
thought you were talking about
We wanted you to visualize it first.
I did, and
And
now
then-
I really want to go home and watch it.
I thought you were talking about the Taint Punch anime.
Oh, no. My brother and I were mortified over that. And it was like 2.5 minutes of these guys just getting their taints whacked.
Yeah.
Taints whacked in a video game. And it's all Japanese. I can't understand what they're saying. And it's
That's
but
the
horrible.
training to become the strongest.
And the person streaming it, he's like playing it. No words.
Yeah.
Silence. It was horrible.
My
Did
nuts.
they look like they were enjoying it?
No.
Ooh.
Yes. I don't know. I didn't watch that part.
All
Okay.
of the above.
JKL Media.
Jekyll.